So this is the challenge or the application for our time tonight. So see the page that says unlocking the keys of my past experience. Okay? This is an actual thing that I did when I was trying to make a life decision about how I would spend the rest of my life career-wise. And what this particular thing does is it says, what are the most fulfilling things that you have done in certain phases of your life? And at that time, I had 4 phases. I had elementary, youth, college, and then post-college years. And you can see that I said, now go down to the middle column. And these are the things that I found most fulfilling. And in the middle column, the first one was studied and cared for animals. That was very fulfilling to me when I was really young. I studied and prepared and did outdoor adventures. Then you go down to my youth. I competed with teammates in various sports, and I led the team by example and position and attitude and performance. I wrote and coordinated. I was the editor of our school paper, really enjoyed that. I was in student government. And what I realized is when I went and I listed all these things, I tell people when you do this drill or this exercise, the most important part are the verbs. And you can see some verbs that keep showing up in my thing is I studied, I led, leadership, discipleship, training, leadership, and it all had to do with leading in the outdoors for God. It was this particular thing that told me that I was supposed to be a camp director, besides God telling me. Because what do you do as a camp director? You lead in the outdoors for God purposes with teams. So one of the things I would encourage you guys that are younger, some of those things showed up when I was really young, in my elementary years and in my high school years. Pay attention to the passions that God has given you and start looking for similarities. So this is an example. This is your exercise, the blank one. Those of you who are older, you can change the time frames appropriately, right? But I still think it's good to reflect on who you were as a child and what what gave you great joy when you were a child. But still those passions leak through. Yep, even though God isn't in control of your life. Yep, right. So for you guys, I have it being elementary, junior high, high school, post-high school. For the older generation, we may say the educational years and then the career years and then the post-career years or whatever are the... But list those and I think you'll see some similarities in some of the things that find you great fulfillment. For those of you who are young, if you listen to the things that make you fulfilled, it will tell you what you should do as a career for your life. And if you do it, you'll never have to go to work because you'll just go to fun. You'll just go to things that you enjoy doing. I have spent most of my life going to fun, not going to work. Now, there's a work part of all jobs that's not 100% fun, right? But those of you who are smart will listen to your personal heartbeat at these formative years and say, I would rather go to fun than go to work. I would rather have somebody pay me to have fun than pay me to not have fun. Right? 75% of people go to work and don't enjoy it. 25% have figured this out. Okay? So I would encourage you guys to listen to the passions of your heart that have leaked even when I started begging my parents that I could have a puppy when I was like 6 years old. what do I do for a living now? I have puppies. And I beg people to play with the puppies because, so it's funny how I love to be in the outdoors. And for 20 years, I took people in the outdoors, and I still do it today, okay? So those passions, I was able to make a profession, and so people paid me to have fun. You know what? The greatest reflection of God shining on your life is when you are in the midst of the way that he made you, of his design for you.